Hi and welcome to this video. My name is Åsa Wegerif and I'm a survivor of a narcissistic mother, and I'm a registered counselor providing therapy and courses and a community for survivors of narcissistic mothers. And in this video I want to talk to you about six different crazy making things that a narcissistic mother does which a normal mother would not do. I hope that this can be validation to the experience that you've had, which is so very special. It's such a very special kind of traumatic situation to grow up with a narcissistic mother. So I hope that this can help you to just hear it out loud, to be confirmed that this is how it really is, and you're not crazy, your mother is. So the first point is that if you're doing well, if you achieve something, if something's going well for you, she's not a normal mother being there and being really happy for you and feeling proud of you and supportive of you and really genuinely happy for you. Because your narcissistic mother needs to be one up. She needs to have things revolve around her, and if you do well, that means that you take away from her. That's why you have a mother who is actually, I remember this, how crazy it was the first time I realized that. I looked at my mother and realized, just suddenly I realized that she's jealous. She doesn't even want this good for me. She gets angry that something, I don't remember what it was, but like she's actually seething with anger. She wants to ruin it instead of, and she's jealous and she's competitive. That just felt completely crazy. And it is crazy. So what does she do then? She might criticize, she might belittle, she might downplay. Somehow she'll try to take it away from you or shoot you down. So it's crazy making, it really is. Point number 2 is that she is inside, she is very wounded. She never introspects, she never goes inside to and when she doesn't do that, she doesn't get to know herself. She has been early wounded and she's constructed a kind of psychological structure with a narcissistic defense. And this is like a false self that she's in, a survival personality that she's in. She's completely disconnected from her true self. So when she doesn't know herself, that means that she's actually very empty. She doesn't go inside. She doesn't. There are so many things that she doesn't want to acknowledge. She doesn't want to acknowledge anything. So she becomes empty. She becomes, and because of her emptiness, she's also not able to connect very easily and build relationships at depth. She gets all this emptiness means that she gets bored easily. She needs constant supplies to fill her up. She needs to be entertained, and it's just a hunger the whole time, which is exhausting on the other side. I'm sure you know that. But she's empty, and she's also cold-hearted, and she lacks empathy and heart, and yet she presents the perfect facade, and she might in fact be in a profession that mimics these things, such as there are therapists who are narcissists, there are doctors who are narcissists, there are teachers who are narcissists, because she then is in a powerful position with people who are perhaps experiencing some kind of pain and are more vulnerable. in that situation at least. So, but her need to look, she's so different inside and outside. And sometimes perhaps you get to see that other side to her and nobody else gets to see it. And that's really difficult. And her need to have a perfect facade means that it means that she's more occupied with keeping that facade looking good rather than what's going on. So if there's something like a divorce or something in the family, and yet you'll find her being concerned about the fact that there's a divorce in the family rather than with how her son or daughter is actually feeling about this. So this is really crazy making. It's not normal, it doesn't make sense emotionally at all. But this is what a narcissistic mother is like. And I'm sure you know about this, watching this, having a narcissistic mother. And then point number 3 is that when you're a child growing up, she's not there for you emotionally. And sometimes as a child you do have a need for your mother and you do struggle with things, and maybe even there's things that are unfair in the family and you're telling her and it's got something to do with her, but she turns into a victim straight away. She turns it on its head, so that even as a child you end up becoming the parent, you end up becoming someone who gives emotionally to her and comforts her instead of you ever getting comfort from her. So she twists it completely around and she takes the experience away from you. You're left alone with it, yet you're used for her emotional needs. So that's also really hard to get one's head around. How can a mother do this to their child? Point number 4 is that very often a narcissistic mother will make you doubt yourself. She'll undermine your confidence in yourself. She'll undermine you. She'll, if you got an opinion, she'll sow seeds of doubt in you. She'll present something else to you, which done time and time again over time, it really does go from that there are situations where you started out knowing what your opinion was, what you felt like perhaps, and then you talk to her and then she's made you question even something that you were really certain about. So she breaks you down this way. She takes you, your voice, yourself, and breaks the connection to yourself, weakens it, and shows you that she's in control over you in a really indirect kind of way that is really damaging. I've heard this many times from people in therapy who have a narcissistic mother, that if they would say something, she would come up with saying something different. And then she'd kind of like train you to become like, you could never be certain about one thing because you always like, you've heard something else so many times that even if she's not around anymore, when you are thinking about one thing, then you can't make a decision because then you default to wondering what other thing might be even better. So she's really like got in your head and confused you. It's crazy making, and that is what a narcissistic mother is like. And point number 5, she may actually actively sabotage you. I mean, which other mother does this to her children? But this mother has not really got any boundaries to how far she will go to get what she wants. If she hurts you in the process, some of these mothers are even have this sadistic element to them as well, where they actually they like it to hurt you. They like to sabotage you. They like to put something in your way so that things don't go your way. They like to take good things away from you. If you are depending on her for something, she likes to, or she may like to say no to you, to withhold it. She likes to withhold love from you if you don't do what she wants or how she wants you to be. This is not normal love. This is not normal to be that conditional and to be punishing with her love and sabotaging to you. Even what I hear regularly is about adult survivors, and then the narcissistic mother even gets in between of their children and them. So be very careful about this, that she doesn't manage to do this to you. But that's why we're talking about it, so that she does, so that we are aware of it, so that we can see it, so that we can begin to think about it and protect ourselves. And the last point, point number 6, is that she mimics, and she doesn't have it, empathy. Though she may have cognitive empathy, which means that she doesn't actually feel empathy. She doesn't feel herself into what it's like for other people. She doesn't. She does it though she may think about, or if she does have the empathy that she's able to feel around other people's feelings and vulnerabilities, she still doesn't empathize with it. She may use it. Often these narcissistic people have like a cognitive empathy where they're actually quite cold inside. They don't feel the empathy, but they have enough, they can think about it, what would hurt you, what your vulnerabilities are, how you would, and they use it for a dark purpose like this. That is crazy making. That someone would use what they have, a slight thing of empathy, cognitive empathy, that they would actually use it to hurt you. And also I think that once you know that your mother is a narcissist, you can see how she manipulates other people. And like narcissists do cry, they do have crocodile tears. They do manipulate with their tears to get their way. But it's so fake, the feelings are so shallow, yet she's able to control people with this. Like if she has a codependent partner, she may feign that she has feelings, she may feign that she is vulnerable, and none of it is real. And this is just really crazy making. So I've got to the end of these 6 points, and I would love to see you again. So if you liked it, please like, subscribe, and or comment, because I love that. And you are also very welcome to join my email community. There's a link in the description of this video if you'd like to step closer into my world and hear about programs and so on that I will be having coming up. And if you want to comment, I would love to know as well, did any of this resonate with you? Because that's a way to help each other. Lots of people do find support in reading comments, and I read the comments as well, every single one of them. So I really appreciate that, and I wish you all the best. Take care. Your mother is your mother, but there are a lot of us empaths out there. You might be very well be one of them, having grown up with her, having developed a lot of empathy. Perhaps sometimes too much, that you need to care for yourself more. Okay, all the best to you, and I hope to see you again, and bye-bye.